What's up, guys? Rampage here again, bringing you today's question of the day. So for today's question, I'm going to be asking you guys, what is your favorite normal type Pokemon? Now there are a lot of cool normal type Pokemon like Zangoose and Miltank, and what else is there? There's Braviary, Staraptor, Swellow. But I'm going to have to say that my favorite normal type Pokemon is Porygon Z. I just love using that thing competitively. It's real strong, hits real hard. I just love that thing, and that's just my favorite normal type Pokemon. So leave yours in the comments below, and let's get started with the battle. What's up, guys? Rampage here again, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we got a really great UU match against some guy who goes by the name of Cheesebymyself, otherwise known as Cheese. You might have heard of him before. Now Cheese is a real good battler. He primarily plays OU, but we decided to have a UU game, and it turned out to be a really great game, so I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. So let's look at the teams for a bit. I'm using a team that revolves around the Porygon 2. My opponent's using a team that's not too threatening to me, except the Roserade and the Victini, and possibly the Kingdra. But if I just deal with my Pokemon, not deal with my Pokemon right, but utilize my Pokemon right, I could deal with his Pokemon pretty easily. I'm using Choice Band of Heracross and Scarf Flygon as my sweepers, and everything else is either a tank or a wall. So without further ado, let's just get started with this battle. I'm going to lead off with my Flygon. My opponent's going to lead off with a Victini. I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I might be able to get switch initiative. That's what I was thinking. So I'm going to U-turn, and I'm going to go out into my Swampert. He just stays in and goes for the U-turn as well, so that's fine. So I'm thinking that this thing is choiced, and he's just going to U-turn out into his Roserade. Now this thing is threatening to me because it can put something to sleep, and that's what I thought he might go for, the sleep powder. So that's why I'm going to stay in and leave my Swampert in his sleep powder. But he actually goes for spikes, and as soon as I see spikes, I'm thinking, okay, this thing probably doesn't have sleep powder, and he just wants to get up his layers of spikes as quickly as possible. So he's going to go for spikes again next turn, so I'm just going to stay in, go for the Earthquake, and easily take out his Roserade, so I don't have to worry about this thing anymore, which is great. Whew. Okay, so now he's going to go out into his Kingdra. I'm thinking that this thing might set up a Dragon Dance or a Substitute on me, and I don't want him to do that, so I'm just going to go for the Roar, just so he won't be able to set up on me. And I'm going to roar him out into his Hitmontop, which is good and bad. Bad because he can go for the Toxic on me, and he also gets the Intimidate on me. Good because I can hit him with a Scald in the rain and get the burn on him as well, so that's great. So a little bit of hacks, but you know, it all works out in the end, and it's still a good battle, so regardless of hacks. Anyway, that was kind of useless information, but anyway, he's going to go out into his Kingdra now, and I saw that coming, so I should have stayed in and roar, but I didn't want my Swampert to take any more toxic damage, so I decided to switch out into my Bronzong. So that was a double switch, and now he's going to go for the Hydro Pump and take me down to 13 HP. I'm actually kind of surprised that I lived that, seeing as though it's a Life Orb Hydro Pump in the rain, so that's threatening. Anyway, I don't want anything else to take a Hydro Pump, so I'm just going to keep my Bronzong in his Death Fodder after I go for the Toxic on this Kingdra just to wear him down a bit, seeing as though he has Life Orb, and in conjunction with the Toxic, that'll definitely be doing a nice chunklets of damage to this Kingdra. So I'm going to go out into my Heracross now. The rain's not up anymore. We both have the same base speed, I believe. So it all comes down to a speed tie. I'm pretty sure I can live a hit, so I'm just going to stay in and go for the Mega Horn. I would have closed combat normally, but he does have a Mew and a Victini, and I didn't want those things to come in on my close combat, so that's why I went for the Mega Horn. And I could have probably Mega Horn this Hitmontop again and taken him out, but I didn't want him to get a real good switch in on my Heracross, so that's why I wanted to go out in the Mew and go for the Heal Bell and, you know, just cure the Toxic off of my Swampert. But he's actually going to go for the Toxic as I go out in the Mew, which is whatever, because I just have Heal Bell like I just said, and I can just, you know, do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the Heal Bell. He's actually going to bring out his Victini, and it sucks that I never got my rocks up this game because Victini's weak to rocks, of course, and his Hitmontop is almost dead, so it would have been real great to get my rocks up. But whatever, that's besides the point. I'm going to go out into my Swampert knowing that the V-Create is coming, and I can just go on the Swampert to take the V-Create pretty easily because I do resist and I am very bulky. So now I'm pretty sure he's going to switch out, but I don't know what he's really going to go out into. So I'm just going to go for the Scald. I don't think he really has a Pokemon that wants to take a Scald and risk the effects of Scald, so I'm just going to go for that. And I'm going to take out his Hitmontop, so that's cool as well. So now that the Hitmontop's gone, he's going to bring out his Kingdra. I don't want to take a Hydro Pump, so I'm going to switch out into my Mew, who should take these a lot better than my Swampert does. And I know I can take, no, I know I need my Swampert for his, what's that thing called? His Victini. I need my Swampert for his Victini, and Mew I pretty much only need for this Kingdra, which is almost dead. I know he's not going to go for the Rain Dance, seeing as though his Kingdra doesn't have that much HP left, and he just wouldn't waste a turn going for a Rain Dance when he's toxic and has Life Orb. So I was just safe to leave my Mew in his fodder. I didn't want Mew to die, but I just had to deal with that. I'm going to go out into my Flygon now. I kind of thought that he might switch, so I believe I'm just going to go for the U-turn, and he's going to go out into his Bronzong now. So I'm just going to go out into my Heracross because I think that he's probably going to go for the Stealth Rock, seeing as though he didn't set those up yet. So I'm just going to try and hit him with a hard close combat, but he's actually going to go out into his... Nope, I went for the Mega Horn. I don't want to close combat just yet, just because he still has 2 Psychic types, so sorry about that. But anyway, he's just going to fodder out his Kingdra just so he can get a safe switch out into his Victini. I don't want to take a V-Create from this Victini, so I'm going to switch out into my Swampert. He's actually going to go for the Zen Headbutt, and after seeing his damage, I know that this thing is definitely Scarf now, and I should be able to take another Zen Headbutt, so I'm good with staying in. He's actually going to go out into his Bronzong now, probably thinking I might go for the Earthquake, or just knowing that he can take a hit. I unfortunately get the burn on this thing as well. Well, it's fortunate for me, unfortunate for him, but I don't really think the burn mattered too much. I would have just stayed in and went for a Scald again anyway until I probably gotten the burn. And this, the Bronzong couldn't do much to me anyway, so yeah. So I know he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks right here, so I'm just going to stay in. Not stay in, I'm going to switch out into my Heracross and go for the Mega Horn, which should be enough to take out this Bronzong since it's at half health, and I am able to take it out, so that's great. Now I don't have to worry about Steel types on this team. He is going to go out into his Victini though, and he's going to go for the Zen Headbutt. I don't want my Swampert to take another Zen Headbutt, so I'm just going to leave my Heracross in his Death Fodder. And then I can go out into my Flygon, go for the Earthquake. And at this point, I have forgotten what his last guy was. But I didn't think it really mattered too much, seeing as though I still had one more Pokemon than he did. And after the Earthquake, I've taken out the Victini, and now I have 3-to-1 Pokemon. But his last guy is a Mew, and Cheese loves using a Sword Stance Mew, and that's exactly what this Mew is. I was thinking, okay, as long as this thing's not Sword Stance, I can pretty much win the game. But as soon as I see the Sword Stance, I'm like, OMG, because I've played Sword Stance Mews on PO, and they just cause problems all day. I do not like these things anymore. Well, I don't like them when they're against me. I'm actually thinking about using one just because they're real good. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm going to go out into my Porygon 2 now. This is my only chance of winning, to live a Drain Punch and then hit him with a Tri-Attack and do a lot of damage. That's not going to happen though. He's going to be able to take me out with a Drain Punch, and that's pretty much the game right there, because Sword Stance Mews do have Sucker Punch, and I definitely can't live a Sucker Punch with my Flygon. And I'm pretty sure Outrage would not have been able to take out this Mew, so he's going to take me out with a Sucker Punch, and that's going to be the game. That was a real great game. Narrow 1-0. Well, not that narrow, but it was a 1-0 game. Real good. I hope you guys all enjoyed this game as much as I did. And if you did, please push that like button. Also, leave a comment. I do enjoy your comments. Go check out Cheese's channel. He is a real great battler. He primarily does OU, like I said before. So if you're interested in that, you can go check him out. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Like I said before, hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you guys in the near future. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and if you're not, hope this battle somehow brightened it up and that you will have a wonderful day. This is Rampage here, signing out. Goodbye.